ਮਾਰਟਨ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੋ ਕਿ NDP ਦੀ ਟਾਪ ਲੀਡਰਸ਼ਿਪ ਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਫਾਈਟ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਲੈਵਲ ਤੇ, ਉਹ ਗੈਪ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿ ਜੈਕ ਲੇਟਨ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੇ ਛੱਡਿਆ ਪੂਰਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਿਲ ਹੋਏਗਾ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਕਾਫੀ ਲੋਕ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੈਂਪੇਨ ਨੂੰ ਮੀਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਰਾਹੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਇਹੀ ਸਲਾਹ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਲੀਡਰਸ਼ਿਪ ਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਫਾਈਟ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਤੇ ਕੁਛ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬੈਂਕ ਕਰਕੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਕੈਂਪੇਨ ਦਾ ਆਗਾਜ਼ ਨਾ ਕਰੋ। ਦੂਜਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਇੰਟਰੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਸੀ ਔਰ ਸਿਰਫ ਆਪਣੇ ਇੰਡੀਅਨ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨੀ ਲੋਕ ਹੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਕੈਂਪੇਨ 'ਚ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ। ਸਾਡੀ ਦਿਲੋਂ ਤਮੰਨਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਕਾਮਯਾਬ ਹੋਣ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਹੀ ਹੈਜ਼ ਟੂ ਇਨਵੋਲਵ all communities rather than just concentrating on 2 communities.
The province of Ontario and all of the province of Quebec for the national campaign. Yes! It gets better. In fact, there are 2 other offices. There's an office in Halifax that will be organizing the 4 provinces in Atlantic Canada. And there's an office also on Scott Road. For those of you who have relatives in the Lower Mainland, you'll know that Scott Road is one of the main roads that divides Surrey and Delta in the Lower Mainland, British Columbia. You can't see them, you may not be talking with them, but there are people working on this campaign to help Martin Singh win from coast to coast to coast. And what is attracting them to the campaign? This campaign is the campaign of ideas. When Rebecca Blakey, the Vice President of the New Democratic Party, first kicked off this campaign, she said this leadership campaign must be about ideas. When you look on the website, you'll notice on the www.martinsingh.ca website, there is a policy document. What you'll also notice is that the leadership campaign for Martin Singh is the only campaign that has produced a detailed policy document thus far. It gets better. In addition to this policy document, we will be releasing 2 other detailed policy documents throughout the campaign. One will be on the National Pharmacare Plan and another will be on the environment. I can tell you that even mentioning these policy documents has already gotten this campaign very positive press. In particular, the Pharmacare document in Quebec. Why are these policy documents resonating with people? The very first of these policy documents has to do with entrepreneurship and business. Entrepreneurship and business is critical because we know in this time when the economy is not performing as well as we would like, that job creation is a major issue. It's a major issue not just for the economy as a whole, but it's also a major issue because we want our young people who are getting educated to be able to get jobs in the communities in which they live. When I start talking about that, people come to me and they say, you know, Martin, the NDP that I know doesn't talk about business or entrepreneurship or these ideas very often. And I will say that process started with Jack Layton, not just in the 2011 campaign, but also in the 2008 campaign, but we are broadening it. We're not just talking about small business now. We're talking about job training, not just for employees, but also for managers and employers. We're also talking about financing, all different methods of financing, methods that we think about typically, like improving bank financing for businesses, but moving up beyond that, talking about venture capital financing, talking about financing that occurs when one brother comes to his brother or sister and ask them for money to support them in putting together a new business, that they're able to do so. And because that brother or sister who's investing in that company is taking a risk, they should get a benefit. These policy ideas are in stark contrast to what is currently being demonstrated by the Conservative Party. Stephen Harper's Conservative Party is promoting a business plan for Canada that is exclusively focused on reducing corporate taxes. There comes a point when you reduce corporate taxes so far that you hit a floor. We call this the law of diminishing return. And what happens when this occurs is that, in fact, you don't get any more job creation. It is not difficult to find examples of how this would work. In the communities from which we all come, we have tried very hard to start our own companies. And we know that to start these companies, we might not get a profit for the first year, second year, maybe not even the third or the fourth year. If corporate taxes are 100%, or if corporate taxes are 0%, it makes absolutely no difference. Because if you don't make a profit in those years, corporate taxes have no relevance. Meaning that the policy being put forth by the Conservative Party is not generating the ideas that are required to improve the chances of success for business. These new businesses that are being started up need financing. They need trained employees. The managers who are creating them and the owners need to be able to have the expertise required in order to make sure that they succeed. These are the policy ideas that I'm pushing forward. What's also important to know is that in this regard, I am not unique. There are businessmen and women in the New Democratic Party, not just where I am from in Nova Scotia, but each and every single province and each and every single territory of this great country. And they have ideas beyond the ideas even that I have presented in my policy document. And they will be able to move the economy forward when we form government to create a just economy that improves the lot for all of us. Meaning that what we see currently with the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer, we will be able to improve the economy in a way that it bridges the gap so that we can build a solid and retain a solid middle class in this country. These are the ideas I'm putting forward. And I look forward to your continuing support in this regard, getting memberships and fundraising for the campaign. It's an absolute delight to have you all here tonight. Thank you very much for taking the time away from your friends and families. It means a lot to me. And just remember, as I said in the beginning of the speech, what you see here is only a very small part of what is a very big Martin Singh family growing right across this country from coast to coast to coast. Thank you very much.